So we're getting ready to do our test boil. We're going to fill the pan with water and get all our levels set and our floats set. So we have water coming here from our head tank. As you can see, we got a couple of leaks that we're going to have to get taken care of, but not a big deal. So the water will come out of the head tank down into the float box here, and then it'll come up through this pipe into the flue pan, and we're going to run it about an inch over this pipe. The pan's filling up now. This plug here will allow us to pick which side of the flue pan we want the sap to come in on. It is a reversible pan. The float will control how fast the sap comes into the tank. And once we get that set, it shouldn't really move too much. But once that level is right, it will cross over. It'll go into that hole there, which is connected to the crossover pipe right there on the right, and it comes into the front float box, and it will work its way through the front pan to the float box or to the box on this side where it'll be drawn off as syrup. And now we have the evaporator full, and we're ready to go. We got all our floats set where we want, and the float in the front pan is set to where we want. So that's about an inch and a half to 2 inches deep, pretty close to 2 inches. We're going to run a little deep this year just because it's our first year with this, and we want to make sure that we don't burn the pan. So we got her full of wood, and we got to light it up and see how long things take to go. So here we go, lighting the evaporator for the first time. We use a mix of hardwood and softwood. We've hemlock scraps, actually from the shiplap on the sugar house, and also ash that is readily available due to the emerald ash borer, unfortunately. But so once we get the fire lit here, we'll close up the door, and the steam's just starting to roll off the pan. This is about 5 minutes in, and it's starting to steam. And what we're doing is just watching to make sure all the floats work and everything. This is about 8 minutes in. It's starting to steam even more. We're not sure if we're going to need a steam hood at this point, which we find out later we are. We got some more video on that down the road. We're just, like I said, checking the pans, making sure everything's staying at the level we want, flowing right when we want. And just watching over things. So we do have a little leak between the pans that kind of shoots out some hot gas and sparks once in a while, but we'll try to get that figured out. We do have a blower on our arch now. That's the controller over by the head tank. So this is about 12 minutes in, so we got it going pretty good. We'll add wood to it. And we're just watching to see how bad the steam gets. Well, here we are, Saturday, February 17th. We are boiling for the first time. We did our test boil the other night. The boil went fine, but as you see here, we have added a vent hood of sorts. It's all we had, so we're trying to make do with what we got. There's an inline fan there that hopefully will help suck some of the steam out. It was so bad in here the other day. I was standing here at the front of the evaporator, and about 7 feet away at the back, right about there, I couldn't see the back of the evaporator. So we're hoping this does the trick. We had all the windows and doors open and it wasn't helping even in a little bit. So I don't know if you can hear the crackling or not, but fire's going. So we will pick it up here in a little bit. Well, we're about 7-8 minutes in, and I got the blower on now, and you can see that we do have a few small leaks as far as smoke goes, but hopefully that'll lessen as we get closer here. I got the blower on the fan on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is helping, or at least starting to. We'll see what happens once things really get going here, whether or not we got enough hood. That remains to be seen. So we'll see. Give it a couple more minutes. Now we're about 15 minutes in now, maybe a little more. Thrown some wood in there a couple times. It's boiling pretty good. We do have a lot of steam coming today because it's going in and out of focus. We got a lot of steam today. It's only about 25 degrees outside, so it's starting to bank in pretty good, but it's a lot better than it was the other night. We'll see what happens here. That's out the window. So we are getting some steam out, but not all of it. So I got well, we're getting a little crazy now. I was kind of pleased with the way things are going, but I think we might need a bigger steam hood. So it's February 24th. As you can see, we have a new steam hood. As you saw in the last video, the last section of this video, we got pretty steamed up in here. So we got a hold of Wendell's and we're able to acquire this. I think we're renting it for this year, I believe is how it's probably going to end up. Next year we want to have an evaporator with a preheater in it, so there'll be pipes that run in the top of the heater up here, and we'll preheat the sap coming in from the tank. Nate's just finishing up. We got him through the roof. It's not pretty, but it'll do for now until we get the proper roof jacks for it. It's supposed to be in the 60s on Wednesday, so we'll wait till Wednesday. We're going to have to run a bead of caulk around on the outside. It'll be around here to keep the rain from running in the holes in the roof. There are storm collars on the tops of the stacks to keep it from running down the stacks, but that was what we were able to accomplish. It's not easy finding 10 and 8-inch roof jacks. So we are going to be boiling tomorrow, so we'll probably have some more video of that. Hopefully this takes care of our steam problem, but we shall see.